I'm having a moment right now where I'm feeling pretty triggered, and I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about how I deal with my triggers as I'm experiencing them. So, something has occurred in my day to day life that is on a level that is really it has hit a nerve so deep for me that I'm having trouble focusing. I had to stop and just take some deep breaths and really calm myself down and really bring myself back into my own body because I was feeling so triggered, and my response to the actual thing at hand is bigger than what the thing is. So this conversation is happening with a particular person. Something was said that sort of triggered what was like my worst fears, and I've got really triggered in it. But on a mental level, I know that this person has my best interests in mind, and they're really just trying to be helpful. And so there's a mismatch in my body. My body's feeling really triggered and afraid based on historical trauma. And my mind is reminding me like, it's going to be okay. But the response in my body was so much that first I was overwhelmed with wanting to just break down in tears. And then I called my husband and I'm just, I was so upset, and I needed him to reflect back to me. He's really my grounding and calming presence, but I recognize that there's this tendency that we as humans have to want to throw that at somebody else. Like, I'm triggered, so I'm going to blame you for my trigger. I'm going to blame the other person. And what I've learned as I've gotten older and kind of done this work on myself is like, okay, I need to like calm myself, and I need to be back in my own center before I can have that conversation with that other person, because I'm bringing more to the conversation than just what the conversation is about. I'm bringing my own historical trauma. And so this person offered to talk to me tonight, and I was like, nope, I can't. I'm not ready. I actually need to take some time to calm myself down. And so when I'm feeling triggered, yes, I reach out to my support people in the moment, and then, but then I'm feeling it in my body, and I'm recognizing, am I throwing that energy at somebody else? Am I directing that at somebody? And how can I'm sitting here, and I just kind of like put my head down. I was taking some deep breaths, and I was thinking to myself like, okay, what do I need to do to help myself right now? I'm going to remind myself that it's going to be okay. I'm going to work through the sensation that I'm feeling in my body. I'm going to acknowledge the sensation that I'm feeling in my body. I'm going to sit with it and ask myself, what are the things in my life that have happened earlier? What were the earlier traumas that are eliciting this sense within me that I can't trust the person that I'm dealing with, even though historically I know that this person is trustworthy? Allow that wave, that trigger, that fear in me to pass as I acknowledge it, and I will continue contemplating it, I'm sure. But then once I'm calm and once the trigger has passed in me, then I can go have the conversation with the other person, and then it's just the two of us in the room and not me with my past in the room with us. And so that is a lot of what I'm talking about when I talk about taking responsibility for my experience. In this moment, it would be really easy for me to project that energy and say, you're making me feel this way. See what you've done? This is making me feel this way. And it's not... I'm certainly going to have the conversation with that person of, hey, I'm bringing my own patterns to this. And so if I'm going to be able to trust you, I need to know that I can trust you based on this and this and this. And so I can advocate for myself, and I can say it really clearly without yelling, without screaming, without projecting, without blaming. And that's the difference in taking responsibility for myself and my experience and learning how to grow. And I personally believe that that's the process of evolution. That's the process of the spiritual journey. That's the process for me of growing and becoming a more refined person as I grow and learn how to handle life on this crazy roller coaster of life.